BBC News. Governor just broke federal law to declare his state a sanctuary state. Look where it is. If you thought sanctuary cities were bad, just wait till you hear about sanctuary states. The premise here is that an entire state looked around at what these defiant city mayors are doing and seemed to have thought to themselves, if they can get political backing for this illegal move and get little to no backlash, why can't I? Who knows what the actual train of thought was in getting to this conclusion, but the result was the same. More and more areas of the United States welcome illegals with no intention of assisting in deportation. One of the most famous, and atrocious, sanctuary cities is of course Chicago. The city has thrown open its arms and welcomed every Thomas, Juan, and Carlos that wants to sprint up from Mexico, or really anywhere, and they've suffered the consequences. Since the city officials are determined to ignore the correlation between crime rates and illegal residents, the people of Chicago are being shot, stabbed and kidnapped in spades. However, the controversy seems to have been good for Mayor Rahm Emanuel, so of course, others are following suit. Despite the DOJ's promises to cut federal funding to the city, they persist. And since one city just isn't enough, the entire state of Illinois is now jumping on the illegal bandwagon. The governor of IL, Bruce Rauner, has passed into law a measure that makes the entire state a playground for the illegals who choose to live there. Via Fox News. Illinois Republican Governor Bruce Rauner signed legislation on Monday that would limit cooperation with federal immigration officials, angering members of his own party who say the law creates a sanctuary state. The Illinois Trust Act, a bill that was passed by the state's General Assembly in May, bans local law enforcement from stopping, arresting, searching or detaining anyone based solely on immigration status. More controversially, it bars local officials from detaining anyone solely on the basis of a federal immigration detainer, unless federal officials have a criminal warrant. The governor's office and other supporters say the law does not constitute a sanctuary policy. One provision makes clear that the Trust Act does not prohibit communication between federal and local officials. Illinois has been welcoming of immigrants for a long time, and this bill will continue that tradition, Rauner said in a statement Monday. It also makes clear that stopping violent crime will be law enforcement's mission rather than working on federal prerogatives that a federal court has found illegal. We're all super glad that they welcome immigrants. Considering the history of this country, we should all welcome immigrants. The difference is that we want the tired, the huddled masses, not the irate would-be welfare families, or worse yet the MS-13 members who plan to regroup in the land of the free. Immigrants we don't have a problem with, it's criminals that we object to. FN, the governor's office pointed to a decision made by an Illinois-based federal court that immigration detainer orders from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement are illegal. A spokesperson from Rauner's office told Fox News that the law coincides with that ruling. The Trust Act makes clear that Illinois will be a good partner with the federal government, and law enforcement officials will continue communicating with federal immigration and law enforcement officials, Rauner's spokesperson told Fox News. But fellow Republicans are calling the bill another sanctuary measure, the kind the Trump administration has been fighting in cities across the country. Asked for comment about the new Illinois law on Monday, a Justice Department official was critical. As the Attorney General has said, when cities and states refuse to help enforce immigration laws, our nation is less safe, DOJ spokesman Devin O'Malley told Fox News. Failure to deport aliens who are convicted for criminal offenses puts whole communities at risk, especially immigrant communities in the very sanctuary jurisdictions that seek to protect the perpetrators. Republican leadership in the Illinois legislature did not respond to Fox News' request for comment on Monday. But an aide in Rauner's office told Fox News that they don't believe this will make Illinois a sanctuary state. Rauner's office said the new law will improve connectivity between immigrants and law enforcement and make Illinois safer for all residents. Illinois State Police Director Leo P. Schmitz also said the law does not prohibit state and local law enforcement from working with federal law enforcement, and does nothing to change law enforcement's ability to arrest and detain individuals who commit criminal acts. Democrats cheered the new policy. Immigrants in our community should not have to feel unsafe when they go to work or take their children to school, Illinois Democratic Rep. Emanuel Chris Welch, who was the primary sponsor of the bill, said in a statement. In an interview on Fox News Special Report earlier this month, Rauner said that the immigration system is broken. We have to put priority on keeping the people of America safe and making sure that we have laws that we enforce and that the laws are rational and enforced everywhere, Rauner said. Immigration in America is broken. We make illegal immigration in America easy, and we make legal immigration almost impossible. Advocates of tough immigration enforcement slammed the new Illinois law as dangerous on Monday, saying it creates the first sanctuary state since President Trump took office. We think it is a dangerous bill that puts public safety at risk in order to accommodate some very narrow political interests, the Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, told Fox News. The governor was absolutely wrong to sign this bill. Boy, listening to the good governor could just give you the warm fuzzies. Keeping the people of America safe is the ultimate in governmental responsibility. They've really only got a few jobs, and that one is at the top of the list. The problem is that they're pointing the focus toward other crimes as if illegal immigration doesn't matter. We're inundated with this picture of a hard-working immigrant who was fleeing something and couldn't wait for the paperwork. Sadly, that's just no longer the majority of illegals, not that it would make it okay. Now the American dream that people immigrate for is to get on government assistance and never have to work again. And that's the best case scenario. You know the best way to keep people safe? Make sure they know that there are consequences to laws being broken. The state of Yale might get away with this for now, but the long-term consequences are going to be dire because if we stop enforcing laws, none of us will be safe.